episode number 63. Look, that's me. Sports for Life podcast popping off right now. Players, welcome to Sports Puzzle Life Podcast, episode number 63. This is happy birthday to Kobe Bryant, and also today, August 24th, 8/24/2020, officially Kobe Bryant Day. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. We all wish he was here, because if he was here, maybe all this shit would have been going down. We'd all have that Mamba mentality, have someone to look up to. We wouldn't be in a pandemic. Kobe would have dropped 81 on the pandemic, and this would have been over. This would have been over back in March. But instead, we're here. No Kobe Bryant. But rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Definitely his legacy moved on. And his legacy moved on. And this weekend showed that you're never going to forget Kobe Bryant because everyone showed there was so much Mamba mentality being spread around this weekend. From, I don't even know how to explain this weekend. There was so much going on this weekend. And I loved it. I was a little bit emotional because I haven't had a weekend like this in a while. NBA playoffs, UFC, Bellator. You also had boxing. Couple big boxing fights. Sean Porter, Dillian White, Povetkin. NXT, TakeOver. SummerSlam happened this week. I almost forgot about SummerSlam. One of the 4 biggest events in WWE throughout the year. Forgot about SummerSlam. Earl Thomas decided to make news again. And I'm trying to think because I had to write everything down. Didn't want to. That was about it. But yeah. On this day, 8/24, we record Sports Life Podcast, episode number 63. And I'm going to do my best to show my Mamba mentality. And what I really definitely wanted to start off with today was how cold is Luka Doncic? It's cold in here where I'm at. My guns are out. No tan. I'm an indoor Mexican. It's cold with the AC on. But nothing's colder than what Luka Doncic did this weekend. Rebounding back from Montez Harrell calling him a bitch-ass white boy to being a cold-ass white boy and hitting the game-winning 3. That was just, the whole scene was amazing. When you have, what's his name, Mike Breen? Every time, I fell asleep listening to bang, bang, and it wasn't Mick Foley coming out. It was Mike Breen, bang, bang, and Luka Doncic hitting the banger. Last time I heard that was Steph Curry hit that one against the Thunder, I believe. Bang. When you hear the double bang from Mike Breen, you know it was a banger. Luka Doncic, man, the guy has been amazing. The guy's amazing. He's the best player in the league right now. I can't think of anyone better than him right now. And he's carrying that team. I mean, you were talking about, especially last game, getting hurt towards the end of that game. Looks like they didn't know what was going to happen. Game time decision, blah, blah, blah. And it came back. And he scored. Let me pull the numbers up because I ain't going to mess up this kid's numbers. Where's he at? There he is, box score. 43 points. Oh, where's he at? Luka. By the way, his mom's a dimer. Speaking of dimes, his mother. Luka Doncic. 43 points. 13 assists, 17 rebounds. Triple-double. Those are ridiculous numbers. And the guy's a kid, 20 years old, 21 years old. This guy is a kid, boy amongst men. But he's a man atop of the mountain here right now. That dude's on cloud 9. No one's better than him right now. Definitely not Paul George. Not Kawhi Leonard. Not LeBron. Not Giannis. Not James Harden. None of them are better than Luka Doncic right now. Even the numbers that Donovan Mitchell are putting up against the Nuggets, which we're not going to talk about that. Probably going to talk about it. I really don't want to. Luka Doncic is the best player right now in the league. Right now. Better than Dame Dollar. I'm okay. It used to be Dame Dollar. Now it's Dame Dollar. He's not showing Mamba mentality. But Luka Doncic, man, I don't know. He's just special. Something special about that kid. Dude's a monster, ice in his veins, cold-blooded, game blouses, whatever you want to say, whatever Dave Chappelle, saying you want to put insert wherever, game blouses, Kobe, isn't that where it started? Kobe, where he went like this, when Dave Chappelle started that. Mamba mentality all the way back then, Dave Chappelle. Whatever you want to put in there. Luka Doncic is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. And it was so cool to watch. And I just had that. If you haven't seen it, make sure you see it with Mike Breen just yelling, bang, bang. And he's just sitting there bumping his chest. Montez Harrell awoken a dragon. Dragon Drocic. Drogon. He worked Doncic. Dude, I don't know why I mess up names. I was just saying his name perfect not too long ago. Now I can't say it. Luka Doncic. Shouldn't call him bitch ass white boy. Now look at you guys. Even. You guys supposed to have one of the best players in the league. And Paul. Oh crap! Hold on. Listen to me. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I had to let it play. Dude's just amazing. And now you guys are even. 3 more games to go. Whoever wins 2 out of the next 3 moves on. Could finish in 6. So now Kawhi Leonard has to step up more than he wanted to. I think Lou Williams was the highest scorer in that game yesterday too. And Lou Williams is a 6th man, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a starter now. I've been paying attention. I don't care about Lou Williams. I don't really care. He cares more about his chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? Or chicken wings. Air quotes. But man, Luka Doncic is something special. Definitely want to talk about that, man. You can't just deny the kid. Just can't deny the kid. If there was an MVP award given out this playoffs, you might have to give it to him already, even though it's the first round. Just kidding. You never know what's going to happen. You got to go to the next round. Then I think if he win, I think they play the winner of Nuggets Jazz, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. See what happens. Jazz are playing out of their mind. Donovan Mitchell, the Spider. Donovan Mitchell playing very, very well. Denver Nuggets, I mean, a lot of inconsistency there. But I've said this before. It's still a 7-game series. Still don't know what's going to happen. But I've also said that this team needs to be complete. It has to be a team effort for them to win a championship. It hasn't been a team effort. Yesterday, let me pull up the numbers here. Yesterday, Jamal Murray the Blue Arrow matched Donovan Mitchell 50 points. Donovan Mitchell's 51-point triple-double. Murray did not have a triple-double, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he did. But Murray went out there, scored 50 points. Jokic held his own with 29. You had Grant coming in with 12 and Millsap coming in with 16. The problem there is, though, the rebounds. I think we're getting killed on rebounds. And that's why... And I think this is more like a league-wide thing. People shooting right away start wanting to run back to the other side of the court, thinking that it's going to go in or what I don't know what's going to happen. But there are so many times I sit here and I watch people right away just start running back to the other side of the court instead of trying to get a rebound. That's why you needed Dennis Rodman, someone like Dennis Rodman. That's why Dennis Rodman was so good, and he stands out more than anyone. Didn't score a lot of points. Barely scored a lot of points. He went out there and got 0 points and 20 rebounds, 20 plus rebounds. He was doing his thing. That's why you need someone like like Dennis Rodman. No team has a Dennis Rodman anymore. Um, it's just it's I don't know. It's kind of disturbs me a little bit. That's the case, but is what it is. That's why you have these high scoring games too. Um, and then now you're going down the stretch, the end of the game, scrambling to get points, but no one's rebounding. And I think that was a big issue with the Denver Nuggets as well. Other big issues, the inconsistency from Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap was one of the highest paid players on the team right now. Very inconsistent. And then towards the end there, he swatted Donovan Mitchell, stared him down. Donovan Mitchell came back and just hurled up a three right in his grill. I mean, just awoken the monster too. It's inconsistent, man. That just sucks balls. It is what it is. Utah's up 3-1. They're right now the better team. Happens. That's what happens. But, when not a whole lot of people are, it's team effort. And you're also without Gary Harris Jr. and you're still without Willie Barton, two very important rotational players in the league. Gary Harris is on the Nuggets team. Gary Harris is the starter. You're missing that. You're missing that defense. You're missing the shots from him, the minutes. That's it. A lot of excuses, a lot of shit that need to be worked on. If you want to go ahead and win 3 straight, you're going to have to win 3 straight against this team. We might be going home in 5. Donovan Mitchell's playing out of his mind. The guys are shooting lights out. I don't know, man. I just don't like I'm still very iffy like these foul calls. I think the refereeing has been better in the playoffs than it has been all year. They also had help with getting Mike Conley back. He scored 29 points on his comeback game. So Rudy Gobert sucks, by the way. I still think he's trash. How are you 7 foot plus and just trash like that? He's not that good. I mean, yeah, he shut down a whole league, but with this COVID positivity, but it is what it is. Yesterday also the Nets got swept by the Celtics, and the Sixers got swept by the Celtics. The Nets got swept by Toronto. Not much to say there. I mean, there's not much. I mean, what do you say? There's going to be changes made on both ends. You got to give it to Brooklyn, get into where they're at. But Brooklyn playing without Kevin Durant, playing without Kyrie Irving, Dwin Diddy, I think they say his name. So they're missing a lot of integral players too. I mean, that was bound to happen. Especially against the returning champs. You know what I'm saying? Van Fleet, it's pretty vicious. Kyle Lowry, Siakam. They've, I think, is Gasol playing with the Raptors, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, that's gonna happen. You're without 3. You're some of your top players right now. Marc Gasol's still there. But hats off to Brooklyn for fighting, but it wasn't enough. They just didn't have enough manpower to is Thibodeau the coach there? I don't even remember. I haven't even paying attention to those guys. But now the Sixers shouldn't be in that position where they're at right now. Everyone claims to be Joel Embiid is one of the best centers in the league. He's trash. Ben Simmons trash. They don't have a lot of other support outside of that. I don't think that team's very, very good. I never thought they were very good. They need to make changes. There's going to be changes being made in the offseason, whether it be head coaching changes, Ben Simmons or somebody getting shipped off somewhere else. There's going to be a bunch of changes. It's going to be another rebuilding type year. You got to bring it. It's what have you done for me lately? That's the society we live in. What has the Sixers, Embiid, Ben Simmons, or anybody done for the team lately? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Get swept. So all this trusted process shit didn't really. I don't know what process you guys are trusting. It's not working, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. That's not it, fam. That's not lit. What do the kids say? That's cap. That's what the kids say. It's cap. I think that's what they say. Hold my hat straight. But yeah, like I said, I want to talk about the last podcast. I want to talk about Actually, last podcast left out a lot of shit. I didn't know all this shit was going down until it went down. The boxing, the SummerSlam, NXT Takeover. I think they talk about Bellator and UFC. But man, this weekend brought a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Moving on to more Mamba mentality. And UFC, there's a lot of Mamba mentality being thrown. This is a Mamba mentality show. So, UFC Fight Night, Frankie Edgar versus Pedro Munoz, one of the best fights of the year. Great fight, great technical fight. I was just blown away by how good the fight was. Tough dudes. Pedro Munoz is tough. Frankie Edgar is tough. I mean, you've never seen tough for 135 pounders. You know, other than when Henry Cejudo won his belt. These guys are tough. These are bad dudes. Poirier is in a Shark Tank, and there's a lot of. I mean, this is like what is this? What would I compare this to? Like Poirier is the lion of the kingdom, but there's a bunch of Mufasa. Is it Mufasa? Mufasa's trying to dethrone him. That's the best way I could explain it. A lot of people trying to dethrone him. Frankie Edgar just threw his name in the hat. Pedro Munoz is still there. Don't get it twisted. Pedro Munoz lost. It was a split decision. These guys are going to fight again. I know they will. Frankie Edgar won by split decision. I had a score for Frankie Edgar. Very close. Pedro Munoz. How that guy did not get knocked out, I don't know. He ate some tough lefts, tough rights. But Frankie Edgar just mixed it up better. Had the takedowns. Like I said, his footwork's amazing. Boxing's amazing. He fights really, really well. Doesn't stand in one place for too long. Pedro Munoz stood right in front of him and was coming at him, cutting the angles off, walking him down. Pedro Munoz, if I'm not mistaken, let me look at Pedro Munoz. Pedro Munoz is a jiu-jitsu champ. And let me take a look here. I want to make sure I got this right here. How tall is he? 5'6"? Where's it at here? 'Cause I'm pretty sure he's a jiu-jitsu champion. Jiu-jitsu champion. I don't know. It didn't say, but I'm sure he's fought. He has a lot of jiu-jitsu. I'm sure he's a black belt. I thought he was. Anyways, looked very, very good on the feet. And he's proven. The thing about Pedro Munoz is that he's still improving. He's still improving. I think he's still going to get better. I think he looked better than he did against Kobe Garbrandt. I think there's a lot of improvement there. Pedro Munoz is a beast. And you're still going to see a lot from him. What I want to see Pedro Munoz fight, I want to see him fight Dominic Cruz. I think that's a good fight. I want to see Dominic Cruz fight him or Frank Edgar. It doesn't matter to me. But Dominic Cruz coming off a loss, you probably look. I mean, I would even probably look at Cody Sandhagen for him, for Dominic Cruz. Jose Aldo, Dominic Cruz. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Pedro Munoz, Jose Aldo. So many good fights to make their 135 pounds. You still have Jimmy Rivera, who's a tough dude. Asun Sao also just took that L to Cody Garbrandt. I'd say Cody Garbrandt, but he's fighting for the flyweight championship. Cody Stamen still there. You see Cody Stamen. Did he just lose? I think he just lost. You have Marlon Vera throwing his name in the hat. You have the Valeshiville. I ain't gonna say that shit again. So that's a Shark Tank right there, guys. That is a Shark Tank. Sharks on top of sharks on top of sharks. Just sharks everywhere. And that's it. That's exciting time right now for the 135-pound division, which there really wasn't a lot of buzz around them. But now there's quite a buzz, especially throwing Frankie Edgar in the mix. I told you guys in the last fight. That is a good bet. Frankie Edgar came in as the underdog, came in and won. Didn't really look in trouble. is from what I remember. I only saw the fight once. But Frankie Edgar is Frankie Edgar. Tom Rivers, New Jersey. TR, baby. What up? Yeah, I gotta love when Frankie Edgar comes out. Comes out to Kick in the Door by Biggie. Boom, 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 boom. That's how I started the Monday out. Boom, 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 boom. Kick in the door. Dude, I love it. He used to call him, I think he used to come out to, no. Rashad Evans used to come out to KRS-One. That shit used to pump me up too. Great fight. And it was, I tried to watch as much as possible. Just like I said, there was so much going on this weekend. My head was NHL hockey. My Avs lost game 1 of their series. The Dallas Stars. I think it was like 5-2. I can't remember. 5-4. 5-3. I can't remember what it was. It was a good fight. I mean, it was a good weekend. Good weekend, needless to say. But on the UFC side of things, Shayna Dobson came in as a plus 900 underdog. And I think I said last time, I don't know about this fight. She came in with a losing record, 3-4. She's now 4-4, beating Maria Agapova. Maria Agapova came out swinging. And Dobson weathered the first round, had takedowns, controlled the fight a little bit on the ground. Next fight, ended up winning the fight by knockout. Next round. Plus 900. So what that means for you guys don't bet. If I'm not mistaken, you put 100 down, you win $900. That's what that means. Imagine putting 1,000 down, winning 9 G's. I think that's what it works. That's how it works. That is crazy. Probably one of the biggest upsets. Probably top 5, maybe definitely top 10. But plus 900, that is ridiculous. You also had Frankie Edgar as an underdog. Imagine betting these, parlaying these fights. Crazy. Just crazy. Joe Selecki beat Austin Hubbard. And then Mike Rodriguez had a great performance against Marcin Prachnio. Prachnio? Poland. From Warsaw. That's a cool name, Warsaw. Mike Rodriguez looked good in the clinch. If you guys don't know what the clinch is, it's where, like, let's say I'm facing you and I grab the back of your neck. That's clinching. Like when you're up close wrestling, you're clinched together. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. I can't. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can see what I'm doing, clinching. But if not, on Spotify, go look up what clinch means. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the podcasts. It was beautiful. I haven't seen something like that since Prime Anderson Silva. That clinch was beautiful. Throwing the knees, uppercuts. Eventually hit him with the elbow to the side of the grill. I think they dropped him. And ended up finishing the fight that way. Beautiful. Everything about these fights were just beautiful. So that's why it was so emotional. It's just so beautiful to watch this shit. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. And I know people sit there and be like, oh, this is human cockfighting. No, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful art. You know? It's just wonderful. The flow, the elbows. The human body goes through these ridiculous transformations. From dropping the weight to what people can take. And what people can take, and which brings me to my next fight, which would be the which one was it? Is it the Timor Valley versus Trevin Jones? Trevin Jones came back and won that fight. It's amazing what your body can go through. You win, you're there mentally. Ends up winning that fight by knockout in round 2. Ends up getting starched and ends up winning that fight. Another underdog on the card, a big underdog. And that's why I tell you guys to watch these cards. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know what kind of stuff you're going to see. Shayna Dobson, Frankie Edgar, Trevin Jones, Mike Rodriguez, Daniel Rodriguez on the card, who had a last-minute replacement opponent, Grant. Grant knocked him. Let me take his look. I don't want to mess up his name because he deserves credit because he came in here, took the fight last second. A lot of people won't. Dwight Grant came in there. And he knocked, and how Daniel Rodriguez and the ref didn't stop that fight, how he survived that, I have no idea. A lot of refs would have stopped that fight, But I think when you go back, Grant dropped him, gets on top and starts hitting him. Just starts hitting him. He's covering up. I don't know if the punches are coming through. I don't think the punches are. I think the punches are hitting the arm. I think that's why Rodriguez kept moving. Eventually ended up getting up, surviving the round. Surviving, the onslaught, ended up knocking him out just about a minute or two later. It's just, like I said, it's amazing what the human body can go through. And you take a look at, that's why we all talk about Mamba mentality. You also look at people like, Mamba mentality. You look at people like David Goggins. If you guys don't know who David Goggins is, go check out his book, You Can't Hurt Me, I believe is what it's called. It just, you go through these transformations. A lot of us have this, this potential we haven't tapped into. A lot of us have so much in us that we don't even realize it. And that's what Mamba mentality is. That's why you look at people like David Goggins, like, holy shit. If you guys don't know David Goggins, go look him up. The guy's I didn't call him a nut. I didn't know what to call the guy. And the guy's been through it, and he's still alive to tell about it. And just go check it out. But anyways, I've talked about him before on this podcast too. So if you're a long time listener, you guys know what I'm talking about. But it's just amazing to see these things, these comebacks, these underdogs come back and win the fights that they're not supposed to win. Luka Doncic, still a baby, going out here banging, an underdog still, if you think. But now he's among the top dogs. When you look at people like Paul George, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see, who else? Stipe Miocic. A lot of people don't want to give Stipe Miocic, props. Now you have to. You have no choice. Marlon Vera last week. You know what I'm saying? So there's people you got to realize. You have something in you. You got to dig it out. Damn it. Thank God it's Monday, like Eric Thomas. On this Kobe Bryant day, find your inner Kobe, your inner Mamba, your David Goggins, your inner something, and just bring it out. Get this dub. For a Monday, it feels pretty good. 8/24 Kobe Bryant day, and for somebody who idolized Kobe Bryant, it's not a good day for them. Neymar and PSG lost to Bayern Munich this week in the Champions League final. Another thing I forgot to talk about in the last Sports Plus Live podcast. It was a good game. And Manuel Neuer, I think, showed why he's the best goalkeeper ever. One of the best goalkeepers ever. World Cup winner, Champions League winner, the German Bundesliga winner multiple times, hand over fist, whatever you want to say it. The guy's won it all. And the guy has proven to be one of the best goalkeepers ever. Ever. I'm going to go out and say that. Mamba mentality ever. The shots he was stopping looked so good. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful. Another more emotional beautifulness going on in the Champions League final. Alphonso Davies, the Canadian from up north, played very, very well and has cemented himself as a starter on that team as a Canadian. One of the first Canadians maybe to ever win the Champions League. I'm not 100% sure. No American has ever won it, I don't think. It's kind of just better than us. But Canada's better than us. 2020 is their year. They handled the pandemic a whole lot better than us. They gave them their people money. Alphonso Davies is out there tearing it up. Justin Bieber, Drake's having a good year. Canada's had a pretty good year this year. So, but I mean, you also look at Lindsey Coleman. Lindsey Coleman goes out there, puts his former team away. Grew up at PSG, now is at Bayern Munich, and put him to sleep. Got the game-winning goal. But you also have to look at, I think Bayern Munich, PSG, Red Bull, and Lyon. Is it Olympic Lyon? All teams that were very, very well rested. PSG, France, or French, French League, Ligue 1, I think is what it's called. Canceled their season like April, May. So a lot of these teams had a lot of time to rest. They came in fresh. A lot of heal. They were able to heal up. Neymar, Mbappe was hurt. But look at them. Then they all healed up. They ended up coming back. Same thing with the Bundesliga. They all finished their season earlier, like a little over a month ago. All came in healthy. All came in a little bit healthier and came in fresh. Unlike, a lot of these Premier League teams, a lot of the teams that start up their season. Spain and stuff like that. So it not saying it's a big factor. I mean, I think football players, soccer players, whatever you want to call them, are just well conditioned, in shape to handle these type of things. So, but these guys definitely will have a little bit more of a leg up, a little bit of advantage given how their seasons went. And not to mention, I think I don't think the French team. I know German has like a winter break too, so they get a lot of rest throughout the year, unlike a lot of the Premier League teams, the Spanish Liga teams. So, but hats off Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich did very, very well. Great players. I mean, they have amazing players. They even did it without Boateng. Boateng went out 24th minute, I believe. One of the best center backs. But Neuer, man, your time to shine. It's just your time to shine. I don't know what happened to Neymar. I don't know what happened to Mbappe. I mean, everyone else did pretty good. All I'm saying, though, is that they should have won that game. They had a lot of great chances. They had a lot of great chances to finish. Di Maria had probably the best chances. Neymar and Mbappe, I mean, sometimes you just can't deny it. I mean, sometimes it's just like, it's Neuer, man. Manuel Neuer. You see Neuer in goal, you're in for a dogfight. You're not going to get easy goals against that dude. Just not. Thoroughly impressed. Yeah, either way. Great Champions League. Seasons will be starting up here again soon. I don't know, man. It's pretty quick turnaround for a lot of these teams. What's it, 24th to the 12th is when the Premier League starts. So you're talking about another couple weeks. 2-3 weeks. It's a quick turnaround. Also this weekend, speaking of the Premier League, Manchester United, Harry Maguire, the captain, got arrested for squabbling in Mykonos, Greece. Apparently, I don't know how true this shit is, but he got in a fight with other Englishmen. And they're like, Manchester United sucks. And he had to get in the fight and do his things. I don't know what happened, but you just got to show restraint. That sucks balls. I wouldn't mind. If someone's talking shit to you. Oh, no. What happened was, if I read right, some guys are starting shit with his brothers or his friends that you're there with. And one of his girls that they were with got stabbed with a bottle. So he had to go in there and bang. Can't blame him. Got to protect the ladies. Protect these women, damn it. But anyways, I don't know what's going to happen there. Everything's developing. We'll see what happens. Everything's just now settling as far as the football world is concerned. And then we're going to look forward to another late season. Can't wait for that to happen. Also, what else popping off this weekend? Earl Thomas is popping off this weekend. Oh, actually, Bellator happened Friday. And then, Ryan Bader lost his championship to Vadim Nemkov. Dude is a monster. And great head kick finish. Head kick knockdown. Then finished the fight on the ground. Dude, Russians had a good night that night. The other Russian, I'm not going to look it up, but Big Country Nelson lost that decision. Lost all 3 rounds, too. It looks like it was 30-27 on the cards. Nemkov, man, that guy. Who has he beat? I think he's beaten Phil Davis, and he's also beat Liam McGregor. And then now he's a champion at 205 pounds. That dude is going to be a problem. If he could probably notch up 2 more wins or something like that, ridiculous wins at the championship. Maybe let's see if Lyoto Machida gets by it's Phil Davis. I would love to see that fight. You also have Corey Anderson getting thrown in the mix now at 205 pounds at Bellator. So if he starches, you can see him in the UFC. and probably get put up there in title contention. Now with the wide open 205-pound light heavyweight division in the UFC, that's a name you got to look out for. You got to look out for that dude. You're gonna have to. But yeah, I just want to tell you that if you guys weren't paying attention, Uncle Edgar's paying attention. I seen it. But yeah, Earl Thomas. A lot of other people have had pretty, I don't know, very unusual 2020s. A lot of people have, but Earl Thomas has had a. So he goes to Ravens. Ravens now are looking to release or trade him because he had he said he got into, so apparently he got into a squabble, a little fight, a little mix up with somebody else, and the team's not liking him. You need to have that cohesiveness in a time right now. You need that cohesiveness. They need to be together in this time. In a very unprecedented season, no one knows what's going to happen. But you look at people like Antonio Brown who bring a toxicity to the team. I don't think the Ravens need them. They don't need that. Like I said, they don't need that, in their village for someone like Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, a very young team. They just don't need that type of stuff. They don't need that negativity. They don't need that type of stuff around, all these players in general. And that's where they're looking to trade him. You're going to sit there and fight. And he's had a weird year. He's the one, if I'm not mistaken, Earl Thomas got caught having a threesome with his brother and his wife or some shit like that. Like, I don't. And then the lady, his lady pulled a gun on him, was like, "Yo, fuck you. I'm going to shoot your stupid ass." And then, I'll never forget that shit. Was it Trent Richardson? Yeah, Trent. Was it Trent? Is that his name? Trent Richardson? I can't remember. No, not Trent Richardson. Yeah, it was Big Trust. He says, "Nah, you're a lady. You get caught with your brother and another lady, and your lady pulls out a gun, and we got questions." I talked about that, I think, on here. I can't remember which episode, but I definitely did. But it goes back to with him flipping off Pete Carroll, and shit like that. So it's like, you could tell the guy's toxic. I mean, you could just tell. I knew when he did that whole flipping off thing, there's just something going on with this dude, and it's like, you don't want that shit around you. You don't want that shit on your team. Is he a great player? Yeah. Is he a good player? Yeah. Not a great player. He's a good player? Yeah. Of course you want that on your team, but you could do away with that. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're going to be bringing that shit. Look at Antonio Brown. Look at Antonio Brown right now. Where's he at? He's not playing. Suspended for the first 8 games of the season. Get your shit together, bro. Get your shit together. Yeah, bro. You get heated. Everyone gets heated. But there's a whole lot more to it. A lot of people aren't seeing. That's why you're getting released or traded. There's definitely heavy talks of him going into Dallas Cowboys, and no one really gives a shit. I don't care. Go to the Cowboys. I don't think Cowboys are going to be mounted to shit this year. It's just me. That's just me. But, that's just me. But Mike McCarthy bringing in a new era. Dak Prescott getting, there's also a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff we don't see there. Mark Cooper getting a bigger deal than before Dak Prescott. Zeke Elliott, how's he going to respond? COVID positive. Will he be all right moving forward? You also picked up CeeDee Lamb, one of the best receivers in the draft last year. One of the best receiver drafts in a long time. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys. We're not here to talk about the Cowboys. We're here to talk about Earl Thomas and his fuckery. That's what I'm going to call it. Just fuckery. That's all it is. But it's developing. I don't know what's going to happen. He posted his little thing on Instagram, which didn't show shit at all. It just showed him being a crybaby. People make mistakes, whatever. But last but not least, I want to talk about this because I just got done watching it. And I got done watching it for another podcast, for the Brand podcast, the Pat McAfee Show. Is that what it is? That's what the podcast is called? Pat McAfee debuted on NXT as a WWE wrestler, superstar, and he did amazing. Just beautiful. I was so entertained by this match, and none better than Adam Cole to have the match with. McAfee carried his own. One of the best wrestling debuts from a cross-sport athlete. Better than Ronda Rousey. Better than Lawrence Taylor. Karl Malone. Dennis Rodman. Mongo McMichaels. Kevin Green has also wrestled as well. He did amazing. He did amazing. And he was clean too. Not sloppy at all. I was so impressed. If you guys did not get to watch it, go ahead and try to find it. WWE Network. Adam Cole is on WWE NXT Takeover. This last weekend, so good, amazing. He did such a great job. I was over the moon. I want to see him. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him join Undisputed Era after this. I wouldn't be surprised. There's gonna be that respect flowing. But it was so good. He did a front flip onto the crowd of guys. He did the backflip when he got pushed off the turnbuckle. And then he did a one leap jump onto the turnbuckle, a superplex Adam Cole off of it. I thought he was pretty clean for not having to really wrestle before. Not having a match like that before. Great. So good. Holy shit, I was impressed. You guys got to watch it. Adam Cole, baby. Boom. One of the best in the business. Crazy. It's Mamba mentality was just flooded this weekend. From basketball to football, soccer, to NXT, MMA, boxing. I almost forgot about that. Boxing. Povetkin knocked out Dillian White after getting knocked down twice the round before. Knocked him out with such a beautiful uppercut. I mean, oh my God, guys. I can't explain to you how beautiful that was. If you guys haven't seen it, go look at it. Go watch it. With that, even taking away Dillian White's mandatory championship match against the winner of Deontay Wilder and the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. And Dillian White was fighting beautiful. Great jabs, great uppercuts himself, great combos. Obviously, he had 2 knockdowns the round before. That was a 7-10 round. But then just getting knocked out, one-hitter quitter, uppercut, almost disguised as a body shot, snuck it right in, just whap, right down the pipe, right down the peeper. Uppercut to his grill, dropped him, knocked him out. One shot, couldn't get up. Ref didn't even bother to count. He was out. Oh, my God. There's Mamba mentality all over this weekend. It was a great weekend of sports. And it's only going to get better here pretty soon. Football will be starting here soon. Obviously, soccer's going to start up again. MMA is always the weekend. Sean Porter even fought this weekend, won a championship. You're going to have a lot of big boxing matches coming up here pretty soon in swing. Boxing been in flow is in full swing. MMA obviously has never quit. You still have Dana White Contender Series, up-and-comers. That's where Sean O'Malley has come from. My head's still spinning. You still have the playoffs. You still have NHL playoffs. MLB baseball. By the way, Fernando Tatis Jr. Since that Grand Slam, pretty much ended the Rangers. Rangers are now 0-7. 0-7 since that Grand Slam. Show some respect, all right? But that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. So much going on this week. So much went on this weekend. So much going on here pretty soon. That's it. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love doing this. I love you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Wear your fucking masks. Go out there, register to vote. Go out and vote in November. Take care of each other. And I did wear, so I kind of like, let's see if you guys can see this, but on YouTube. I have my California tank top on. And I have my San Diego hat. Because I was trying to knock 2 birds with 1 stone. Obviously, Kobe Bryant Day is today. His birthday was yesterday. I don't have a lot of Laker gear or Kobe Bryant stuff, like I've always said before. Never been a big Laker fan. Never been a big Kobe Bryant. Got to show respect where respect is due. Also, California, along with Colorado, is on fire. So hopefully, may the weather gods be on our side and get a little bit of rain. We'll see what happens. It's been really hot here in Colorado. It's been hot in California, obviously. And shout out to all you field workers, all those spices out there still working, still grinding to get vegetables, food on your guys' table. So mad props to them. Mad props to anyone working through all this. Firefighters working through these firefights. So mad props to all you guys. And that's it. So show some love to each other. And don't forget to vote. And follow me on twitch.tv/MRAKACO, youtube.com/sports+life, sports+life, Instagram and Twitter, and then MRAKACO, Instagram and Twitter as well. So come holler at your boy, say what's up. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys soon.